Tell us your name, how old you are.
My name is Lew, and I'm 10.
10. Now, what grade are you going into?
I'm going to 5th.
All right. What school do you attend?
I attend DAX.
All right. How many years have you been going there?
2.
2 years. Okay, so this will be your 3rd year coming up. Now, tell me, where were you born?
I was born in Thailand.
In Thailand. And you were born in a specific place there. Where was it?
The refugee camp.
You were born in a refugee camp in Thailand. You came here when you were how old?
4.
4 years old. Do you remember what it was like in the refugee camp?
It was hard. We only have little food, and we had to build our own houses.
What kind of food did you eat there? Do you remember?
Rice, meat, vegetable.
All right, so lots of rice. I used to live in Bolivia, and I think it's kind of similar to there. We would eat rice 3 times a day, and sometimes we would have 2 different types of rice at the same meal. We'd have brown rice and white rice just to mix it up a little bit. And I think you guys eat a lot of rice too, don't you?
Yes.
Now, you also told me that you guys had some games and stuff that you played in the refugee camp, right?
Yeah.
What kind of games did you play?
Like hide and seek, marbles.
Yeah, old school games. I like those games. All right, now, you were telling me last week at flag camp that you are interested in learning some more stuff. Can you tell us what that is?
I want to learn more about God in the Bible.
All right, amen. Now, does anyone else in your family go to church, or are they religious?
Yeah, my sister goes to Sunday, but I go to Saturday.
And then what about your parents? Do they go to church?
No. They are different religion, but I am a Christian.
All right, amen. Lew's parents are actually Buddhists, and so he has been learning a lot about being an Adventist from coming to DAX here. And you were just telling me something you were learning about food the other day that was so interesting. What was that?
Not to eat pork.
All right, so there was a big feast last time we went to flag camp at someone's house, and they had food from all different places. Paul was there. I mean, it was a feast, I'm telling you. And Lew was there, and he was picking through the food, and he was making sure that he was not having anything with pork in it. These guys learn different things, and they put it into practice immediately. They want to know more truth, and so it's really fun to see. Thank you, Lew, for telling us a little bit about your story. All right. Now, I just met this guy the other day. Tell us your name.
My name is EllerHeart.
And how?
12 years old.
12 years old? And where do you go to school?
Freedom Middle.
Freedom Middle School is the middle school in Clarkston, and you're telling me about how many kids go there?
1,200.
1,200 kids, so a little more than we have here in our middle school. Now, tell me what your experience is like at Freedom Middle School.
I didn't really like it there because there was a lot of bullying.
A lot of bullying. You know, it's interesting that you kind of hear a theme that these kids say there was a lot of bullying. I was down there today picking them up, and there was a young boy standing outside of his apartment. I said, hey, tell me what your name is. I just started talking to him while these guys were getting ready. And I said, where do you go to school? And he told me, and I said, do you like it there? And he said, no. He said, everyone's mean there. They bully. The teachers aren't nice. The kids bully. He said, but I bully them back. I said, well, we don't want anyone to be bullied. Amen? Now, something bad, though, happened to you at public school not too long ago. What happened?
They started a fight with me for no reason.
All right, so EllerHeart got into a little bit of a scuffle at school and got beat up there, unfortunately. But I just heard some really exciting news, and what was that?
Going to DAX next year.
All right.
I'm excited because I want to learn more about Jesus and God.
Amen. So someone heard EllerHeart's story of how he got beat up in public school, and their heart was touched, and they said, I want that young man to go to DAX. And so they fully sponsored his tuition for next year. And I just want to re-emphasize that these kids don't come for a free or reduced tuition rate. There's a group of people, many of whom are here, who travel around all summer. My wife and I did it last summer with them. And we go to different churches and we bring the kids and they share their stories like they do here. And the reason that they're able to continue going to school is because people in the churches' hearts are touched and they give and they say, hey, I want to sponsor this child, or I want to give some money for their tuition. And so that's what we do all summer, is go around and get full sponsorships for these guys so they can have an Adventist education. Thank you so much, EllerHeart, for sharing your story with us today. Is there anything else you want to share?
I learned that in the Bible it's not good to eat pork and others.
All right, so these guys, I think, have been learning some health stuff. You guys know I'm a health nut. I did not tell them that. They told me that in the car this morning. So they're trying to do their best with the knowledge that they have to live an Adventist lifestyle, and they're excited about learning more about that. So how can you guys get involved? There's 3 ways that you can be involved in working with the refugees. The first way is flat camp today. We're going to take a group of people to go down there and sing some songs and play games with them. We have lots of fun. There will be some water games, so if you think it's going to be too hot, you can cool off too and play in some water. And then the second way that you can help, flat camp, by the way, is the first and third weekend or Sabbath of the month. So today is the 3rd Sabbath. The second way that you can help is Bible studies. These kids want Bible studies. Both of these guys asked for Bible studies with a couple more last week. And so we're actually going to be studying with 4 kids after flag camp who want to know more specifically how to be an Adventist, how to be a Christian in their home so they can bring this to their family and their friends and their communities. So there are more people needed, though, who can give them Bible studies. I think there is a young lady here who I saw earlier who's giving Bible studies to Paul, and then Saw and Danae, and where is she? Is she here? Where is her? Silene? Yes. Thank you so much. So Silene's giving Bible studies to some of the kids right now. Paul's one of them, so they can be baptized as well. So there are more people needed, so that's another way you can be involved. And the third way you can be involved is if you have heard something today and you're like, I really want to help in the way that I can. These kids, who many of them are Adventists, many of them, though, have never heard the Adventist message. When you say, I want to help support them get an Adventist education where they can learn more about Jesus and be taken out of that environment that they're in right now and here to this safe environment in Duluth. If you want to find out more about how you can sponsor a child, come talk to my wife or Clark's, someone else here, about that, and we'd love to discuss more how you can partner with us in bringing these kids in through our educational system. Thank you so much, guys.